This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
We are the Morning X. Crash Clark here, got you covered on traffic, and he'll be out in the wild this Sunday.
Oh, same as it ever was. Resurrection Sunday, that's where you need to be on the double deck.
Let's hope it's not same as it ever was.
I know, because there could be trouble. Crash is your host. Sunday, noon to 4, of course, we're talking about Mutation Brewing, Roswell Road, just north of 285. Noon to 4, lots of fun with Crash and 99X.
The following content is for adult audiences.
Okay, let your imagination run wild. I want to play you a clip. This is a new thing. It's a new type of racing. And this guy, the guest we're about to bring on, has raised over $10 million to get this launched. Here, picture this. It's people in a bar or whatever, a big place with a huge screen. And here's everybody watching the race.
They're going. Who's winning? Once they enter the chamber, we are
you guys ready?
Jimmy is off to the races. This might not even be close.
Oh my
All
God.
of those years of YouTube, the 800 credit score. Jimmy is long gone. No, swimmers aren't even on the screen. This is a microscopic masterclass. No. Unbelievable.
Now, before these people race, they rest and they don't have sex. And you might ask, what is this racing that investors and big-time angel investors are flocking to invest in?
Introducing Sperm Racing, the world's first microscopic racetrack.
Sperm racing is what they have raised the money for. All right, please welcome to the Morning X, the guy who started the whole thing. Not just one of the. Are you the only one, Eric?
No, there's three of us.
Three of you.
There's three people that started.
Got it. Eric Zhu. It's Zhu, right? ZHU. Zhu.
Yeah.
All right. We've talked about now sperm racing, and you're the guy bringing it forward. You're birthing, no pun intended, the sperm racing. Already raising over 10 mil, and from big time investors. Why? How? Who? How did this even become a thing?
Yeah, 100%. So basically, after I sold my last company, I was, it was kind of like this case where it was this billionaire who flew me out to New York for a weekend. And he was like, what's the craziest I did that? And I was like, as a joke, I said sperm racing initially. But yeah, and then it ended up turning into a thing. We put a manifesto out. I think it's kind of this thing. It's sperm turns out to be an aggregate biomarker. What that kind of means is that the faster your sperm is, the healthier you are, right? So it's kind of reflective of your overall health. So the less you drink, the more you go to the gym, etc. That actually correlates to your overall health. So essentially, what we want to do is we want to turn health into competition, which is a really interesting kind of concept, right? Especially in this specific time where you have fertility rates going incredibly down. You have people actually, care, you have this demographic that doesn't care about sperm health. And we're trying to make it so that, sperm isn't, associated with, something degenerate, but more of, a kind of biomarker.
You said that you're doing this to gamify health and build an empire around male fertility. What made you want to do that in the first place?
I mean, honestly, I think initially I started as a joke. So it wasn't like a thing that I had this in mind, but the more I feel like I learn about it, the more interesting it becomes. I think it's it turns out 1 out of 6 people are fertile, right? And 60% of the factors of infertility are controlled by you. So your diet and stuff like that. And the last 50 years, people have been just terrible with their own diet, and it's just such an interesting concept. So I feel like the more I work on it, the more I learn about it, the more interesting it becomes.
Well, so if it starts out as a joke, how do you? What was the pivot point where you're now raised? You've raised $10 million from big time investors. How does that pitch even look like? What was the moment where you're like, dude, there's some money here, we're going to chase it?
Yeah, I think it's a big part where it's like you're actually able to change the social paradigm when it comes to like sperm, right? Sperm, even me, like I always thought it was a degenerate thing. Like when initially I was in a concert with a bunch of health people, and they were talking about sperm. I thought they were really weird, but the more they talked about it, it was like, okay, like sperm isn't just something weird; it's like a biomarker. And I should have known that. And I think it's like we're at this kind of like this peak of like this actually becoming a problem. It's very comparable to cigarettes like 50 years ago. The reason why sperm count is declining is because no one's talking about it. It's the same as cigarettes, where like everyone was thinking that cigarettes were great until someone was like, okay, this is actually terrible. Or doctors were like, this is actually terrible. I think with sperm, it's like, when it comes to like especially teenagers and college students and then even above, right, between like the ages of like 15 to like 25. This is not talked about, but this is like the most pivotal point, right? Where you either freeze your sperm or you make sure that you're actually very healthy. A lot of people are drinking a lot of people are smoking a lot. That makes your sperm speed a lot slower. And sort of what we're trying to, and like between 15 to 25 is like the range that things could actually become irreversible when it comes to the damage. And sort of what we're trying to do is we want to be the forefront of actually changing and making fertility from something not like a degenerate thing or not like a weird thing, but more of a health or biomarker thing. And we're able to build a lot of different products around it and turn it into actual something that people care about versus something that's just terrible and people don't talk about.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Everyone knows the legend of D.B. Cooper, but what if I told you there's an even better story out there? One with multiple aircraft hijackings, prison escapes, and so many twists and turns. I'm talking about the hit podcast American Skyjacker, which is now an action-packed documentary coming to theaters and streaming this fall. Find out more at www.americanskyjacker.com and listen to the bonus episode of the podcast on October 7th. American Skyjacker. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
We're talking with Eric Zhu. He's got a sperm racing league. He's raised over $10 million from big-time investors funding this thing. Pretty interesting.
My biggest question is, how does this race look? Because if you look at sperm under a microscope, they all just seem to kind of be swimming in a circle. How is there a start and a finish?
Yeah, so kind of how it works is we have this very, very powerful microscope, very expensive, and we also have this chip that we printed. It's a microfluidic chip. What we do is we put the sperm in, we dilute the sperm. So actually in a load, right, the sperm has millions of swimmers. And what we do is we dilute it so you have 6 of the highest quality swimmers inside the batch. And then what we do is we put it in one part of the microfluidic, and we use something called rheotaxis, which basically pushes the current towards the sperm, and the sperm would swim through the current, making it kind of like a track. We joke about it all the time. It's like Spermula 1.
It looks like, if you look at it, it looks like a track. I mean,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then basically what we do is we upscale it. So sperm under a microscope doesn't look too entertaining, but we basically dye the sperm, trace it, and then we basically make it like higher quality. So actually, sperm, yeah, you're right. Sperm doesn't always swim in a straight line. It depends on our tracks. Like sometimes, we did a race with David Dobrik like a week ago, and in his track, his track was different, where you had like they basically rounded corners, right, and like a roundabout and stuff like that. And yeah, like the sperm was swimming around on top of each other. So it just really depends on the tracks. But like depending on the track, sperm do swim in circles, if that makes sense.
Is it true you're only 18?
Yeah, I just turned 18.
So I have a question to ask you. You may have mentioned this in the beginning, but you mentioned in this article that I read that a nameless billionaire flew you to New York, asked you to name your wildest dream, and then encouraged you to make semen competitions a reality. Is that for real? Is that true?
Yeah. So this happened last year. But yeah, I was, yeah, he was a good friend, and he flew us out. So it was me and then a couple other friends, and we ended up making it happen.
So when you sign up for the competition for sperm racing, you go, you do your donation, you dilute it down to your top 6 and put it into play against the other people's top 6.
Yeah.
We can all laugh, but here's an 18-year-old who has raised over $10 million to race sperm. What else are you going to do today, people?
Yeah.
Have there been any celebrity sperm racers?
A ton. We're doing a celebrity tour right now. We did David Dobrik. Actually, I Show Speed. We just did that yesterday, and we have a bunch of celebrities wanting to do it. I mean, from our last race, we had people like Tom Brady talk about it. We had people like Theo Vaughn, the creator of ChatGPT, OpenAI, talk about it. You have a bunch of people talking about it.
This is crazy.
I think this is the first time sperm has been this mainstream. Like imagine, these are all the creators that all the kids watch, and they're talking about sperm. And this time, not in a degenerate way. It's more of like a biomarker and stuff like that. And it's just crazy.
Yeah, man, the sky's the limit with how much you can earn, especially you get these celebrities and they're racing their sperm. But then, man, the losers, how bad is that? You got no game. Your sperm comes in last. The women just don't care anymore. You're like,
where is this going?
Nobody wants this dude.
To lose a sperm race really sucks. But also, I lost a couple, right? And, it's like I've been actually trying to be healthier, like actually eating healthy and like going to the gym and stuff like that. Like it's
to compete.
Pretty bad to lose a sperm race.
That's great.
Yeah, it's
Love
pretty
it.
bad. Like once you lose it, it's like this is actually super unhealthy, right? Like I'm trying to get sub 2 minutes, by winter.
Well, we look forward to seeing the sperm racing show up in Atlanta at some point. This is hysterical. Eric Zhu, smart idea. 10 million already raised, and he's on his way. The race is on. Thank you, man, for sharing.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys for having us.
Thank you. Have a great day. This is the original. This is 99X.
The United States Soccer Federation presents the U.S. Soccer Podcast.
Searching for an inside look at the people, stories, and passion that fuel the state of soccer in America?
Who's going to be the key man for the U.S. men's national team?
First and foremost, they need to win.
There's something so fun about being the underdog.
You're playing with house money almost.
But what does this success mean for the future of U.S. soccer?
Ooh, you're getting deep now.
This is where soccer will come to life.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.